It had been a month since I'd met Raoul. We'd seen each other once or twice a week, going for a walk or grabbing a bite to eat. He was a software developer, respectful, funny, and Clive had been right. He did have nice eyes. The anxiety seemed to be under control. I wasn't eating as much as normal, but I was beginning to relax and, dare I say it, have fun. Work at the restaurant, on the other hand, was becoming decidedly less fun. Alvaro seemed to be doing less and less to hide his lascivious looks, openly licking his lips every time he saw me, and deliberately standing below the stairs as I rushed up and down so he could look up my skirt. I had a feeling this was going to turn into a problem, but I lacked the courage and the language skills to do much about it, so I just ignored it. As I was leaving the restaurant one evening, I spotted the customer from a month ago, the older American lady, at a terrazza across the street. She was still just as friendly and just as loud.
You, honey, come join me. That's the spirit. Thank you very much.
As I pulled up a chair, she poured a large amount of wine into a water glass for me and told me all about her trip around Andalusia.
But finally, we reached the Alhambra Palace. I almost died in the heat, but those gardens, magnificent. My flight home is tomorrow. You know, I've been vacationing solo since my husband died. My boys came with me for a while, but they have their own lives now.
Did you never remarry?
Oh, no. I had a good marriage. I consider myself one of the lucky ones, but some of the behavior I've seen, no thank you.
Behaviour?
I was a divorce lawyer. You know, Spain has one of the highest divorce rates in the world, over 60%. Seems high for a lot of Catholics, but then, is anybody really Catholic anymore? A man?
A man.
A nice man?
A nice man.
Well, what's he saying?
That he's just finished work and would I like to go for a drink?
Well, would you?
Yes, but...
Oh, no. You got a case of the butts. I thought you were an adventure girl with all your traveling, not a butt girl.
Yes, but... Yes, well... We've seen each other a few times, and it's been nice, but you never know when that could change, and...
Oh, honey, let me tell you, I was married for 32 years, and the trick is, there ain't no trick. You just take it day by day, appreciate the positive, live with the negative, and try to have a little fun. Take it from a lawyer who knows.
I paused. I was enjoying my time with Raoul, but to be honest, dates had never really been the problem. I was an outgoing, sociable person who travelled a lot and learnt how to make friends quickly. It was more what came after where I had no clue what to do, and I really didn't want it to happen again. The anxiety, the not eating, the vomit. But I also didn't want to be a butt girl. I downed my drink, said my goodbyes, and headed off to see what the night would bring.
Yes, under the dictatorship, no divorces, no woman owning property, machismo shit. So I guess when that changed, there was a lot of unhappy people with hands up.
Do you think that's why my boss is like that? So entitled. Like I should like him looking at my skirt. So sleazy.
Sleazy? Sleazy is like the...
You do that very well.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's not so like that now, but some of the guys still keep that culture. Is it not like that in UK?
They keep it inside their heads a bit more.
Oh, yes. The famous British politeness. It's not so like that here.
Yeah, I noticed.
It has its advantages. Like, one thing I love as a country, as a culture, is we are direct. If we like you, we will tell you. Hola, guapa. Eres muy hermosa. Which is nice, right?
Not when you're walking through the Retiro alone at night. No.
Okay, sure, okay. But it goes both ways. If we don't like you, we will tell you too.
Ah, nice.
Well, but it's better, no? What do you say? In the long run. Not like you British. Especially the girls. The girls are the worst. I've dated a few.
Oh, really?
A few. No idea what's going on. Is this going well? Is it not? Do they want another drink? Do they not? Do they want to come back to mine? Or do they not?
They do.
But is this just the famous British politeness?
You should know by now I'm not that polite.
You're a true Spanish now. ¿Nos cobras, por favor?
We went back to Raoul's apartment in the Salamanca district and spent some time talking and drinking wine on his sofa. Later, we went into the bedroom and slept together for the first time. Sometime later, Raoul rolled over and lay his head on my chest, half asleep.
Wow, your heart is beating fast.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm not feeling too good. I should probably go.
Vale, okay. Everything good?
I probably haven't eaten enough. Maybe I've had too much wine.
Un momento, I'll come with you.
No, it's okay. I think I just need to sleep.
I can walk you.
Honestly, it's fine. I'll catch a taxi and go straight to bed.
Okay, I had a nice time, Izzy.
Me too. I'll text. We kissed on the cheek and I left, hiding the shaking in my legs. Inside the lift, it felt as though the walls were undulating, and as soon as the air on the street hit me, I vomited directly onto the road. I couldn't face being inside a taxi, so I decided to walk home, stopping every now and then to steady myself and heave a little. At home, I felt terrible. All I could do was lie still on my bed, watching as the clock ticked by, my heart beating out of my chest. Every now and then, I ran to the toilet to throw up. I eventually fell asleep sometime around 6 a.m. The next day, I still felt pretty dreadful. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, feeling like my entire body and mind had been hijacked. I seemed to have no control over imagining every possible outcome, getting to know him, to like him, to love him, our relationship going well, our relationship going badly, him cheating on me cheating on him, a wedding in front of all of our family and friends, kids, a terrible car crash, me speaking at his funeral and spending the rest of my days desperately pining and lonely, me secretly pleased he'd been killed as I actually really hated him. It was all completely insane, and I didn't know how to stop it. Even though I didn't see Raoul again, this continued, and by the 5th day of overthinking and undereating, I was not in a good place. I really didn't know how I was going to get through my shift at the restaurant. I sat on the sofa trying to stomach a single Weetabix that I had completely drenched in milk and water, hoping it would go down. It didn't. Clive, who was clearly in a loved-up phase with Christabel and had not been home all week, finally returned.
All right, Izzy. Oh, you okay? You look rough.
I don't feel well. I saw Raoul and...
Hangover. Fun night, was it? Izzy's got a hangover.
No.
'Cause she's been out with Raoul.
No.
Her boyfriend, and she loves him.
Fuck off, Clive! Fuck off! Just fuck off! When I got to the restaurant, I tried to get to the staff room as quickly as possible without anyone talking to me, but as I hurried up the stairs, I caught sight of Alvaro looking up my skirt and licking his lips. Stop looking at me like that! I don't like it! He shrunk back against the wall like a scolded child, and I wondered why I hadn't said that to him sooner. In the staff room, I slammed my bag down, put my head in my hands and took a deep breath, trying not to cry. The shift was a nightmare. I felt so preoccupied that I barely knew what I was doing. Twice I messed up the orders, and I kept dropping things and having to pause to make sure I didn't vomit. I was unravelling, and finally it was too much. I ran off the restaurant floor towards the toilets, only making it as far as the entrance, where I vomited into a plant pot just outside. Alvaro, watching as ever, approached and put his hand clumsily on my back. "Don't touch me!" I shouted, pushing him off and running into the toilets. I vomited a few more times, resting my head for as long as I could on the seat before pulling myself together and splashing some water on my face. Outside, Alvaro and Javi were waiting for me.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa, Izzy? ¿Que vienes a trabajar borracha? ¿O qué?
I can't understand when you speak that fast.
He says you do order wrong.
I got it wrong, but I said sorry and the customers were fine.
He said you do 2 times.
Yes, but I...
And you are sick? You are drunk or the hangover?
No, Javi.
No puede estar así.
Otra vez está la chica.
Está que le ha pedido 3 veces la cuenta, le tiene que haber pedido. 2 veces le ha pedido.
No sé qué le está pasando, pero está teniendo una semana muy rara. Ahora,
No sé, está, mira qué cara que tiene.
you're strange, sí. He's weak. Like taking drugs. You're taking drugs.
No, Javi, it's not like
Well,
that.
then what? Look, go home, okay? We speak soon.
Javi?
Go home.
He handed me my bag and coat, and I left, shooting Alvaro a look as I went. When I got home, Clive was milling around looking sheepish, clearly a bit worried. I apologised for my outburst that morning, and we sat down with a cup of tea on the sofa.
So, what's up?
I think I got fired.
No. How come?
I vomited into a plant, Clive.
Oh, well, these things happen.
Do they?
You can't help being ill. Probably a bug or something. Probably eating at the restaurant that gave it to you.
No, it's not that. It's psychological, psychosomatic. Clive didn't really look like he understood, so I explained that it had happened before, that I was expecting it really, but that I still didn't know what to do about it all. Especially now it was likely I didn't have a job anymore.
Well, if you need any money, I've got loads.
Have you?
Yeah. I inherited some caravan parks from my nan, so if you can't find anything, you've got me to pay your rent as backup.
Wow. Thanks, Clive.
Of course. We're friends, aren't we? And what will you do about Raoul?
Text him, tell him thanks for the last few weeks, but it's best we don't see each other again. And then block him, I suppose.
Block him?
Yeah, so he can't reply.
Oh.
I just can't deal with it, Clive. I know it's cowardly, but I want to feel better.
And this will make you feel better, will it?
Well, no, but I just know the way it goes. He'll message back. I'll have to explain. He'll either think I'm mad or think that he can help me and we can work it out. I want to believe that. We'll try again. It'll be fine for a night, then it won't be. Panic, panic, panic. Vomit, vomit, vomit. And that's the end of that. Again. This way is cleaner.
For you.
For me. I just know the way it goes.
And, do you always know the way it goes?
The problem was I did know the way it goes, and had gone, and would continue to go. And at that moment, I couldn't see how or why anything would be any different.
KSiCK by Erin McHugh, directed by Hannah Berrigan. In episode 3, Izzy was played by Sophie Trott, Clive by Delmay Thomas, The American Tourist by Rachel Pickup, Raoul by Chelma Vigelba, and Javi by Alessandro Terranova. Full details of all the episodes plus more information about the show can be found at our website at theprosceniumonlinetheatre.com. If you've liked what you heard, please do share the episode. It's the best way to help us grow our audience and make more shows. Thanks for listening.